And here we are again today to celebrate Intercultural Week, where we are sharing a lot of diversity and traditions of people from foreign countries living in Malta. But more than anything, we are also giving space for everyone to create a dialogue and share those beautiful traditions that make us unique in a way, but and at the same time we're living in the same country. So with me I've got the Bulgarian Sunday School, and I've got Carl Greg from Zak. Hello and welcome on board. And I would like to start by addressing the Bulgarian Sunday School. What is it that you really do? Because I mean, there's Sunday school, and here in Malta, we're not used to Sunday school. What is it that makes the school happen on Sunday, and what is it that you do?
Well,
We do so many things.
basically, the school it's on Saturday and Sunday as well, but it's so when we have the free time on the weekend, the children can go to the school, and so it doesn't interrupt into their weekdays. So that's why they've decided to create it on Saturday and Sunday. In it depends. It's a morning session and an afternoon as well. So basically, it's quite fun.
And what we genuinely do, we not only study, but we also have like, for example, when it's celebration day for Bulgaria, we celebrate in our own special way. Like, for example, making stuff in the class, having fun, singing,
Yes,
dancing, whatever
decorating
we
as
want.
well.
Yeah, decorating stuff. But when it comes up to studying, we're doing Bulgarian literature, the language, the history, and geography, so that
Yes,
we combine all those things into one day. Well,
one of the most
not a whole day, but
important
like a
subjects.
four, yeah, for like 4 hours, let's say. And it's really fun because the teachers have made so much effort in making it
Yes,
fun for us
everyone.
and easy to learn and to study, and for the kids also, because there's even younger kids than us, and so they made it fun for us, fun for them, and also very easy to learn. So yeah.
Maybe the teacher would want to say something. We can't hear you. Now we
Right
can.
now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm agree with my students because the Bulgarian Sunday school is not just school. Uh, we are like family, like big family, and I very love them, and we are happy to be together on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Carl has any questions for you. Whilst Carl will be asking you questions, I shall be sharing some images that you have prepared for us as
All
well.
right.
Yes, so I think because the organization I come from as well, we have an element of giving, like in a way, there's a sort of teaching element to it. For maybe the question is as well is what subjects do you, because it's like it's a weekend school, so it's different. You're not maybe going to give subjects that you do in from Monday to Friday, like maths or English, or like what subjects do you expose the children to?
We have literature, we have history, we have the language that we learn our grammar, and we have geography so that we learn more about the geographical part of Bulgaria technically, because kind of our geography is a bit different from the Maltese one. We study more Bulgarian and also foreign. We like to expose ourselves to other nations. Like I've seen that in Malta too. Like I just graduated from secondary school, and I've seen that a lot when I was studying geography in the Maltese school. And yeah, so we combine all those things those in this one day technically. And so
May I
those are all the
interrupt
subjects.
you for a minute? We've just seen
Yeah.
this picture of kukeri. What is kukeri?
So basically, it's a tradition. Usually, the men are doing these costumes, and they're creating a special ritual which um, tries to how do you say it tries to protect us from the evil spirits. It's
Like
basically
people believe that this brings good luck and health, and all, like those people dressed like that bring good luck and health and all this and all that.
and everything bad they're trying to
Take it
remove it
away.
from everywhere they go, any
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing the costumes now, and I can see that there are particular colors associated to your costumes, right?
Yes, yes. It depends on the region.
It
There
depends
are,
on the
Yeah.
region.
yes, there
Yeah.
are different aprons, there are different shirts, and it mainly depends if it's from the north or from the south. And there is a lot of the costumes, and you can they're very colorful, and each one of them has something unique from where it
Hmm.
originates from.
It
And
really
we
depends
have
where you come
special,
from
yes,
in
this is
Bulgaria.
our presentation for the costumes and the traditional
Oh
dancing.
yeah.
Okay, but if I'm not mistaken, are there like significant meanings to the colors?
Technically, the colors of the costume kind of represent also our flag, because as you can see, it's like white and red, and sometimes they also add green to it, again
Mm-hmm.
depending on the region. But the colors usually are white, red, green, and with a black apron to also add to the waist. Technically, we tie it on the
Mm-hmm.
waist, and the shoes are like they're mainly needed, or well, nowadays they don't do them like that. But as you can see, there's um, a lot of drawings,
And
also a lot of like flowers done to the costume as well, which is very traditional to add to that costume.
And the specific Bulgarian embroidery, which it's a tradition to make in Bulgaria, and on the costumes.
mm-hmm. And is there like a specific music to dance to that particular dance?
Yes, yes,
There is there
there
is
is.
And what does it sound like? Maybe you can just give us a short interpretation.
Well,
something like that. I'm
it's
inventing right now, but
sometimes it's very fast. It can
Mm-hmm.
be slow and fast, but most of the time it's quite fast. And it's mainly you can hear melodies, and or you can hear someone singing in the song, but they're very cheerful songs most of the time. I mean, it also depends again where it originates, because if it's a bit from the south, it's all about the history that was before, and the song might be a bit, it won't be a very cheerful, or if something happened before a long time ago. It really depends. It varies a lot, and every
And
city in
what
Bulgaria has its own dance.
okay. And what about this kind of music then?
The dance on the dancing, you mean?
No, this music.
Um, If I don't know if you're showing something because I'm not. Ah. This is
Oh,
the
What
that's
is that?
that was us singing one song, which is again traditional tradition. We filmed a video of that.
We can't really hear you, Kalina. Maybe
You
Elena or
saw
Miss
it,
Gregana?
and you can.
now we can.
Now you can. Okay.
Yes, now you can.
Again, it's a dancing music. It's very cheerful and fun, and the lyrics also behind it. Like the lyrics are also fun and cheerful and just make you wanna just dance. I don't
Carl, I
know
think
how
it's
to
about.
get.
I think that Carl should sing something to us in Maltese, or at least share a tune, a
Um,
Maltese tune.
what I don't, it's not the tune, but what I remember when we were children, we used to play a game where there is I think the name is Zunzana Dur Dur. It's basically I guess a child's game we used to play where there is someone who is the chosen player, let's say, and he goes around the group of kids that are in a circle, and the children are saying Zunzana dur dur fuq il-bejt tal-kaċċatur, and it's basically a small rhyme. And I think to relate to this, we have a lot of like songs. I'm not maybe I don't know a lot of Maltese songs, but I think there was a lot of as well. If I compared to Bulgaria as well, there's a lot of rhyming and traditional folk poems that are as well part of the culture, let's say.
Carl, since you're speaking, may you give us some information about the organization you form part of?
Yes, so I'm part of ZAC. So ZAC stands for Zazahazione Cattolica, and the translation is Youth for Catholic Action. And the organization is, in some sense, it's all about youths, about youths, teenagers, and their growth, their formation in different aspects. So, for example, the personal, the spiritual, and the social aspect. So, the aim is to, apart from school and apart from hobbies, there is this place where people can meet and, you know, grow together and become better people. And yes, and I think right now, for example, if I have to mention it, I think right now the social aspect is something that is very important because obviously of what's going on and the situation. So I think right now the social aspect is something we are giving more focus on. I mean, all of them are important, but right now the people are in their homes, so it's very difficult to connect people sometimes. So that's very briefly what the organization, what the aims of the organization are.
Elena or Ms. Gergana or Kalina, do you have any questions for Carl?
No, I've never actually. I know that in Malta there is a lot of organizations for youth. Personally, I haven't heard about this organization, but it looks it's very interesting, and it I think it supports a lot of children and adults as well, and it's a nice thing what it created. Well, I mean, nowadays it is important how people feel and how they adapt to the places they go to.
Yeah, yeah. I think for
I
example,
feel
yeah, go ahead.
I feel the same because it sounds like even I'm hearing about this organization for the first time, but it sounds really interesting and even I knew that there was like a lot of organizations here in Malta, but yours sounds pretty like very interesting, and how youth and teenagers are going to collaborate with each other. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because after all, the aim is not for adults to teach or to be. I mean, the aim is as well that teenagers are with teenagers, so that helps to grow in relationships together. So I think that's because for example, in schools, for example, to give I mean, there is the teacher and there are the students, but in this context, the groups that we meet in are, there's a leader, yes, but it's not someone who is the one that you have to, I don't know, like to bow
I
down to.
mean,
It's someone who is you can relate to and someone who you can talk to. Maybe if you have
equality.
problems.
Everyone is equal. Like,
Yes, 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 and obviously the leader is there to help. To help, if there's a lot of chaos, the leader has to say, "Okay, stop." But then,
mhm.
I mean, the leader takes part. The leader interacts with the members, and I think, in some sense, the Bulgarian school as well. There's like even you, who are young people as well, are doing this thing where you are, interacting with the younger members as well. So I see this kind of relationship between the two associations.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
a relationship, and then there is really. We take the younger kids as we the older ones take the younger kids as our children. The teachers are like our second family, our second parents, and so there's definitely this connection back and forward. This connection back, like you give something, and this
Yeah.
connection gives back to you. A special
It's
relationship, basically, and
very important
it's been
relationship.
5 years. Yeah, it's been 5 years since we've known each other, and this really has made an impact, a huge one, uh,
Hmm.
so far.
Carl,
Yeah.
is your organization open to foreign young people living in Malta?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, the aim, after all, is to include. I mean, there's the idea of inclusion, right? I mean, people from different backgrounds, people with different racial ideas, and from different countries. Obviously, that will obviously give a challenge, but that is what helps the organization grow, and that is what makes the organization rich and different. Because obviously, I mean, even in some activities, if you have different people, you will have different reactions, different experiences. So like everyone brings with them their own experience, and I think that's what makes the group interesting, because everyone, well, obviously we are not the same, but the more differences there are, the more enriching the whole experience is, I would say.
Yes, I think it's very important for us because our students, our children are Bulgarian, but we live here. They live here. And this is very important for them and for us also. It's very important experience for them.
Ms. Gergana, do you think, or maybe you can identify something common between Malta and Bulgaria?
Hmm.
Like, is
I
there something which reminds you of home
Yes, I
here
feel
in
Malta
Malta?
like my home because my daughter born here, and Malta is home for her.
Mhm.
And I think it's important to speak about this situation and how Malta and Bulgaria uh, they can be home for us
Mhm.
because we
Okay,
work here, we live here, and it's
I
very
mean, yes,
important.
yes.
Mhm.
The most of us have experienced the essential part of life, like the
Mm.
teenage life or children's life
Ye-
in Malta. So we we got used to the place, and it's hard to forget something like this. I mean, especially when you've been for a long time.
Yes, yes.
Indeed, I agree with you. Unfortunately, we are running out of time and we have to conclude our conversation here. But I'm hoping that this conversation keeps on going on between you guys, and even if there are other people who would like to get in touch with you, they should feel free to do so. I would like to thank the Bulgarian Sunday School and Carl from ZAC as well. And I wish you a good evening. And
Thank you.
to the Bulgarians, I
Thank you
hope
very
that I
much.
get to taste the lukanka very soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Bye.
Thanks.
Good afternoon.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Bye bye.
Have a nice day.